Welcome back. We've reviewed the original Apple MagSafe, I'm going to call it 1.0 wallet, and like a good Apple, they released another version, this one, which I'm going to call 2.0. So here it is, here's the original, and like recent years of Apple iPhones, you can't really tell much of a difference. I know, that was kind of a cheap shot. Anyway, let's get into it. This has been recently released. It is the 2.0 version. This is the Sequoia green color. And it comes in several colors. I really love this one, including golden brown, dark cherry, wisteria, and midnight. Now back to this. Let's open it up. Typical Apple packaging is not easy to get into. Hold on here. There we go. Sheesh. All right. And we have the, oh look, this is what this is for. It's to get a card out. And yes, that's how it shows you how things work. And here is the wallet itself. Not too bad. Doesn't look all that different. Let's see what the original looks like. All right, here is the original. Here is the new version. Not much of a change. Not much of a change, but there is. On the feature review, we have the front of this. It has a card slot right here, which can hold up to 3, not 4, just up to 3. If we turn it over, we have a quick access thumb push here. This is where you take it off of your phone or other device. From Apple here, it's the MagSafe, and it works on the Apple leather as well as the silicone, and for the iPhone 13, the clear cover, and it attaches via the magnets here, and that means you have to take it off to get to this. Once you do that, then that's when you will be able to access your cards. It's very difficult to try and get them in from here, so you really have to take this off and gain access to your cards from there. Now you'd think that would be all, but you know what? You'd be wrong. Here's the new thing for this 2.0 version. It has an integration with Find Me, meaning this can be registered as a device like, oh, I don't know, your AirPods, AirPods Pro, any of your other hardware pieces you have from Apple that can be attached or registered as a device in Find Me, so you can find it. But there is a catch to this. Now the way they do it is via an NFC chip, a secure NFC chip. That's a near field communication for those that don't know that. And it has a secure chip that is written in here so that when it attaches to your phone, and I'll show you what this looks like, it then registers this to your Find Me. And that's a quick review of the features of the Apple Wallet 2.0. Measures 3.7 by 2.5 by 0.2, and it weighs 33 grams. So minimalist card option would be 1 card, reasonable 3. Now, of course, what makes this interesting isn't that it is part of a new wallet offering from Apple. It's the same wallet, but as you can tell, it's the same as it inserts into your pocket. And it is, of course, something that you can use with or without your phone. It is a nice little front pocket, just 3 simple cards. It's designed in the United States and made in China. It works with the Apple iPhone 12 and the new 13 line of phones they have, and cases that include, like I mentioned, the silicone leather and the clear case for the iPhone 13. As indicated, this is leather. Apple indicates that it's a specially tanned and finished European leather. I'm not sure what special means in this case. All the tanning methods I know are pretty much known. It is sewn. So you can see right here on the edges, still have the cards in here, and it is the same as the old version, which is a little easier to see by way of the sewing. You can see the sewing on the edge, and they do have reinforcement up here, and it is not heat welded on the side, on the rear. This is all sewn, which is really quite nice. Now the review I did on the 1.0 version gives you an inside look right inside of this, and tells you how the cards function by way of being caught so they don't just fall out, because there's not a lot of give in this particular wallet. Now Apple indicates it is shielded, which I can attest to, because you can't just tap this, it won't work. It has RFID in it. I know, but the thing is it works in conjunction with Apple Pay. So when you're tapping with your phone, it doesn't interfere with having a card thinking it's tapping. So there's a couple opinions on this. It's priced for $59. Now from a usability perspective, first of all, I'm going to show you how it communicates with an iPhone. So I have my phone, I attach this to it, it attaches via the MagSafe feature, and all of a sudden your phone recognizes you have a wallet. Well, that's the NFC chip communicating with the phone. So I hit continue, add to Find My. Well, we know that the Find My is a application on all iPhones, all really iOS and macOS. and you can hit continue on here, which happens and it connects to it. Now I can see it's Mark's wallet. It's located where I live right now, and you can view and find my, and you can just say you're done. So first off, how does it communicate with the iPhone? Well, of course, when it attaches to it, it uses the NFC or the near field communication chip that I mentioned. It's a secure chip, and that means that more or less you can't program it yourself. The iPhone can through a secure mechanism. And so when it attaches to your phone, it does the registration, but it also writes back to your wallet and that NFC chip the name of your wallet and the phone number. That's it. Because what happens is if you happen to lose this and leave it somewhere, after a minute, up to a minute, it will then tell you, send you a notification, hey, your phone is not attached. You may have lost it. Well, that losing part basically just says, I know where it was last time you had it, because it attaches itself to the phone. So if you go back to where you last had it with your phone and it's not there, well, I'm sorry, it's gone. Somebody picked up and moved it. It does not track like other devices do. It just won't do that. And so it's better than what we've seen, and you'll get a notification on your Apple Watch as well if you have one, if the wallet's been disconnected for up to a minute. But really, what does that really mean? Well, like I said, it's not going to track it if somebody goes walking off with it. It'll take you to the last known location. And so in the future, I really suspect that the Apple engineers, they can figure out a way to make this totally trackable like any of your other devices via the Find My app. And so I look forward to seeing what they have in the possible 3.0 version of the Apple MagSafe wallet. Now on to the final score. For quality, a 3. Price, a 2. Still kind of expensive in my mind. Features, a 2. Really, it's not cache capable. More than 3 cards would be nice as another option if you had a multi-card option of this wallet, not just one. Usability is a 4. Works better than expected, I thought, and the Find Me is a nice improvement, but it still falls short. And perception, a 4. Apple still makes pretty good products. That gives us a final score of 31 out of 50. Thanks for joining us. Nice little 2.0 version. We hope to see this technology improve over time. We'll see you in the next review. Bye.